close is the series? How about 17 wins for Memphis, 16 wins for East Carolina? East Carolina winning their last meeting February 15th of last year, 61-57 here in Memphis, and that broke an 8-game losing streak for the Pirates on the road in the Bluff City. We are underway from FedEx Forum, or from El Barone Fieldhouse. Ariel Wilson, one of the top assist players, not only in the conference, but in the country. She's terrific. Griggs, one dribble and the jumper, and that's a good sign for Memphis, Doc.
That's a very good sign, and the Tigers coming out being extremely patient on offense, not forcing anything, and have Madison Griggs coming out hitting outside shots is going to be huge for the Tigers, and I'm pretty sure Melissa McFerrin, the Tigers head coach, is happy about that.
And Griggs under 30% from the field on the season, averaging 8.5 points per game. There's Monk, front rim no, and Davis makes it a one-possession trip there for East Carolina, one and done as she snares the rebound. Now Griggs off the screen, and she drills the three, and Madison Griggs with a personal 5-0 run to start this game. And for Madison, that is her 25th made triple of the year, coming off a sensational freshman year, as you know, Doc, with 96 triples, setting a Memphis record.
I think Madison heard about somebody saying she's been struggling from outside shooting so far this season. She was like, no, not this game, not today.
Tanaya Thompson with the air ball, and Memphis looking to push, leading 5-0. That's the high-low. Mengiadu, beautiful. Elena Davis able to shield off her defender. Got the great entry pass, Doc, and makes it a 7-0 Memphis lead.
Well, that is a strong part of the Tigers' offense, their low post game. And you have Dulcie feeding Elena down there. You know the Tigers should dominate in the paint. East Carolina just needs to settle down right here, because getting a bucket right now will be huge for them.
Memphis playing a zone right now and really getting out and double teaming. Now an open three, and that one's off the mark by Thompson. East Carolina on the season just 27.8% from beyond the arc. Your officials for today's game as Wilson make that Griggs misses the three. Mengiadu hustling, gets a second rebound and a third opportunity on this possession for Memphis, and then Davis kind of shovels it up there trying to draw the foul. Brian Brunette, Norma Jones, Brandon Enterline are your officials for today's game. Pirates still trying to get on the board, and they finally do. The left-handed stroke from Maddie Moore, who averages 8.4 a game. Just granted immediate eligibility December 16th, so didn't start the season for East Carolina. She's the transfer from UNC Charlotte out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
And that was a good look by Monk. She didn't force anything. She dribbled and found Maddie Moore with a nice little free throw line jump shot.
Fast break. The Pirates had the numbers there, Doc. 3-on-1, and that's Lashonda Monk, who's averaging just under 14. That's what they try to do, turn you over and get transition baskets.
She's their best player. She can play some basketball. Not only would she take it from you, as I said, she could put it up and put some points on the board. So I just loved how aggressive she was going to the bucket right there.
Ty Jones trying to be aggressive. She takes it to the hole, but leaves the shot short. And the first substitute of the game, it will be Kariah Beck as she checks in for Madison Griggs, who got off to that quick start, making her first two shots. We've talked about this many times on our broadcasts about Kariah Beck being the daughter of Corey Beck, but you have a personal relationship with Corey Beck.
Oh, we played together at Fairleigh High School. I was a part of that basketball team, even though I was a football star. But, you know, the basketball team kind of belonged to Corey Beck and Dwight Stewart and Elmer Martin and James Richards. As we talk, East Carolina comes right back down and knocks down a three-pointer. That's something that Corey Beck was good at doing in high school, knocking down those three-pointers. So it's good to see ECU, Tanaya Thompson, come out and tied this ball game up, Greg.
Game a run so far. 7-0 Memphis run to start things off. Now East Carolina on a 7-0 run. As Doc said, all tied at 7. Davis. And she's off the mark. Maddie Moore with the rebound. Moore averaging just over 4 rebounds per game. Mentioned East Carolina, they lack in size, and they're out-rebounded by 6 rebounds per game, as I believe the first foul of the game is called there on Ty Jones.
Greg, I'm really impressed with East Carolina, because I was almost thinking if the Tigers would have scored again and went up 9-0, that East Carolina's head coach probably would have wanted to call the timeout. She didn't, because she knows what her team is, and they've come back and tied this ball game. Started out a little shaky, maybe a little nervousness, but they settled down.
Well, Jamira Schutz is making her debut for the Tigers, coming off a season-ending injury last year. You see the big knee brace on number 23, but it is a great sign to see her back on the floor.
Beautiful sign. That's good resolution. Good to see Jamira back out there.
Late on the shot clock was Monk missing the three. Good hustle. Pirates get it right back and a second chance opportunity. Thompson. That's her second shot that she's airmailed in this game, but it goes off Memphis, so East Carolina retains possession. 11 ticks on the shot clock. 5:21 to go here in quarter number one, all tied at 7.
I love that desire East Carolina just showed. Getting down on the court, getting those loose balls, getting yourself a second and third possession, because it's going to be huge like this when, the Tigers have such an advantage down low. So
sometimes the difference in the game, right? The hustle.
And the heart.
Clayton misses the shot, out of bounds, Memphis basketball. Last game for the Tigers was a week ago as they played on, actually it was January 23rd. They beat Tulsa right here at El Marone 59-50. They had their January 27th game at SMU canceled. SMU has closed shop for the season. And February 2nd, their game against UCF was postponed. Wild shot there by Ariel Wilson off the mark. So Memphis hasn't played since January 23rd. Meanwhile, East Carolina played a week ago on January 30th. They fell at home to Tulsa 68-59.
One thing about this, Greg, is East Carolina is extremely active on defense. They are moving. They are trying to get at the ball, and they're not giving the Tigers any easy possessions.
Both teams shooting under 35% from the field. We're tied at 7. First timeout of the first quarter here at El Marone.
This isn't just a Wi-Fi upgrade. This is X-Fi Complete from Xfinity.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back. Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars. They just ended them with...
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower...
This is the best of the best!
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Magenta. I hate.
At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two, like how nice it is to switch and say.
This is a color laser printer, and this is the color toner cartridge. It's so expensive.
Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
For East Carolina to have success, they need to turn over their opponents. They're averaging 4 turnovers better than their opponent, and there's an easy 2 off the turnover.
Of course, and they're getting 11 steals a game nearly, and they're doing what Pirates do. Pirates take things. That's what East Carolina has been doing. They do a great job of taking things.
In the meantime, Memphis turns it over 20.5 times a game. They are -5, so it's a game of will here for the Pirates as they go into a zone defense. Pirates have rallied off 7 straight after falling behind 7-0 to start the game. Wild shot by Beck off the mark. And here's what we're talking about, transition baskets for East Carolina. And it's Tanaya Thompson. She now has 5, averaging 11 a game. She was the AAC all-freshman team member last year, the only Pirate to start every game this season.
East Carolina is forcing the Tigers to show a lot more patience on offense. That's why they're going into that zone. That's what they really want you to do. is to try to force it and make something happen, and the Tigers tried to force something, and East Carolina gets an easy 2 on the other end.
That foul will go against Ryan Evans, who's just checked into the game. Has played in 15 games for the Pirates, so all 15, and has 1 start. And then how about Mengiadu showing off her arsenal there, Doc, with the runner off the glass?
I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, you like to see your low post player, your best player who's normally just working on offensive rebounds and doing work, putting it on the ground and going off the dribble and going high off the glass. That's just a beautiful move.
Memphis nearly went 4.5 minutes without a point. Second effort there by the Pirates, and they come up short. Beck in traffic, trying to draw a foul, and then she traveled after getting her own rebound.
Well, I saw when she got that defensive rebound, I saw it in her face. She got her head down like Charles Barkley used to do. She was not going to pass that ball. She was going to go to try to make something happen. I like the aggressiveness right there. Just unfortunately, just kind of calm down a little bit and get that Tigers offense going.
AAC Freshman of the Week for the week of January 25th. Sania Johnson, who started the season opener for the Pirates, has checked in, and Lashonda Monk checks back in. And there's Monk on cue, baseline pull-up jumper by Monk, the 5'6" senior from Greensboro, North Carolina.
I like her game, Greg. I can see why she's their best player. I mean, she makes good decisions. She's a senior, so you expect her to make good decisions, but I just love her game. Just 1-2 dribble and just pull up for the nice little mid-range jump shot.
And how about the lefty, Lynetta Williams, knocking down the shot, averaging 6.5 off the bench for Melissa McFerrin's team, and once again we are knotted up at 11.
And it's always good to see another post player come in, a sub come in and to knock down a nice little mid-range jump shot. So if Lynetta can get going, she can knock down those kind of shots, that'll be huge for the Tigers.
Lynetta Williams does commit the personal foul, as once again Melissa McFerrin will go to her bench, bringing back in starters Madison Griggs and Elena Davis. No problems so far in the first quarter with fouls. Only 2 for Memphis, 1 for East Carolina. And as soon as I say that, Doc, another foul is committed. And that's going to go against Kariah Beck.
Well, I see Kariah Beck. I mean, she's trying to play some aggressive defense against Lashonda Monk because she understands once Monk gets the ball in her hands, she can make a lot of things happen. But they kind of like tangled up and got with one another. So I could have went either or on that one.
Yeah, Monk was trying to get inside on the entry pass and get an easy one, a freebie, and Beck said, not going to happen on my watch. 6 now on the shot clock. Sweet-looking jumper there by Ryan Williams. Averages just under 3 a game, shoots 36% from the field, and she looked like a much better shooter on that one.
Sweet-looking jump shot indeed. I mean, beautiful form, and that's what you like. You don't like the ball to hit the rim. It didn't hit the rim all net, so as you said, Greg, that was a very, very nice-looking jump shot. I just love the form and the execution of it all.
East Carolina regains the lead by 2. And another foul call.
Well, even though that foul call is called on East Carolina, I just love how aggressive they're being on defense. They're not making anything easy for the Tigers, and you see that's their game plan because they understand Memphis comes in with a little advantage in the low post. So the way you can counter that is just to be extremely aggressive on defense and don't allow any easy shots or any easy dribbles.
Evans whistled for the personal. Mengiadu in traffic. Davis tried to clean it up. And Mengiadu comes down with another offensive rebound for Memphis, using that size to their advantage.
What you expect? That's what she does. She gobbles up balls that hit the backboard.
And how about Beck?
Nice
baseline move. Yeah, she's got the arsenal, no question about it. Davis with the rebound. Memphis has tied it up again. We've had 4 ties in this first quarter and a lead change. Knotted up at 13.
Nice competitive ball game. This is what you expect, though.
Boy, that's a great pass. Griggs to Davis, and the defense went to sleep on that one as Memphis reclaims the lead by 2.
Great execution. Great look. And I love the fact that Elena Davis, she knew to cut toward the basket because she knew that her teammate was going to get her the ball, and she got her the ball in.
Shot off the mark by Alexia Rose, who just checked in, the 5'7" freshman. And that'll be a foul committed by East Carolina on the loose ball. So 3 team fouls for Memphis, 3 team fouls for East Carolina. Pirates coming in at 5-10, 3-7 in the conference. Memphis at 4-7 and 2-4. Again, evenly matched teams. Their history will tell you that as well. The predictions preseason by the coaches, Memphis 8th, East Carolina 9th. You can't get any tighter than these two rosters.
And now, where does it stand today? Memphis 7th in the conference, East Carolina 8th, so they're still there right next to one another.
Back in traffic, and that was deflected by Dominique Clater and out of bounds off Memphis. So they give it back to East Carolina. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Tigers by 2. East Carolina just 1 of 7 from 3. Memphis has only attempted 2, Doc, and they hit 1 of them, so they're 50% from beyond the arc.
Well, neither of these teams shoot three-pointers extremely well, so you expect East Carolina to not knock down any real high percentage from behind the three-point arc, but Lashonda Monk trying to hit something from the outside, but that's another one-on-one, which is something the Tigers want them to do because they're trying to get the ball out of her hands and get back on offense.
Yeah, you can understand Monk, though, trying to get something started, get her team kick-started. She's 2 of 5 now from the field for 4 points. So Jamira Schutz is going to check back in for Kariah Beck, and Memphis can milk this down for the final shot of the first quarter. Very competitive first quarter, to say the least. Mengiadu not on the floor, but Elena Davis is, as is Lynetta Williams. We'll see if Memphis tries to go inside as East Carolina zones it up. Shoots, pretty move, and she got blocked from behind. However, they're going to call a foul on Tiara Chambers, who just checked in. Now, she's one of the Pirates with size, 6'3" junior from Portsmouth, Virginia.
But Jamira gets down there. You know what? She knew she was going to get that ball, does a nice little quick spin move to the baseline and draws a foul. So Jamira, very, very heady play because she knew what she was going to do before that pass even touched her hands.
And again, a great sign to see Jamira Schutz, who was injured, I believe, last January. What a hard road to recovery as a former athlete at this level, Doc, and then even then some playing in the National Football League. You know what it is for these athletes to battle back from injury. 5 seconds to go now in the first quarter. Nearly dribbled it off her leg was Monk, and then the heave 3 by Sania Johnson is off the mark. So a good first quarter as both teams. Prior to that, 16 seasons as a Division I assistant, including a number of good years at Virginia. By the way, they knocked off Virginia earlier this year. Kim and her husband, Corey, are the parents of twins, little boy and girl. And, big things expected from the Pirates under her leadership. Here's Maddie Moore from the sideline and knocks it down, from the baseline, I should say. And Maddie Moore with that sweet stroke has 4. And East Carolina pulls to within 1. And then Davis working hard down low.
And as soon as East Carolina scores, the Tigers come back on the other end, going to their strong point, which is the low post ball game. And Elena Davis with a nice, beautiful, smooth move in the paint.
Baseline jumper by Thompson off the mark. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis basketball. Davis, by the way, 6 points, 3 rebounds already in this contest. She averages nearly 13 and 5 boards per game.
Another thing about East Carolina, even though they're on a 7-game losing streak, there's 2 ways you can go, especially at this point in the season. You can either quit or you can continue to play hard. In East Carolina, they continue to play hard. That lets you know how much they love and respect their head coach.
Good trap defense by East Carolina. And a pass too tall for Ariel Wilson. When she came down with it, she landed on the sideline, so Memphis turns it over. That is the 3rd turnover against Memphis. And East Carolina's done a great job so far, Doc, protecting the basketball. They have not turned it over.
That's what you expect, though, when you are when your guards are the best positioned on your basketball court. So, and they're seniors as well, so you expect that kind of thing, and you would expect that as well. Greg.
Wow, Wilson with eyes behind her head there. Somehow she found Elena Davis, and Davis gets the gift. Now has 8, but a beautiful feed from Ariel Wilson, I should say, coming right back. Was that Monk? I think it was, for 3. And Lashonda, we talked about it at the outset. She is the captain of this team. She's the one who has to get kick-started for them to have a chance. And right now, that big 3 may do the trick. Ty Jones got it underneath, and she's clobbered. Ty Jones will go to the free throw line.
But the fact that Elena Wilson saw Ty Jones, and Ty Jones, they make eye contact, and Ty Jones immediately cut towards the basket. And the low post player out behind the three-point line making a great pass, and Ty Jones getting a foul call. Now she has an opportunity to get 2 free throws.
Jones averaging just under 8 a game, the 5'10 junior guard, the transfer from Jones Community College. Knocks down the first. Only the third and fourth free throws shot so far in this game. Memphis up 3 now. And 1 of 2 for Jones. Memphis, the top free throw shooting team in the conference, as they shoot free throws at nearly a 72% clip. Long three by DaCosta off the mark. Lynetta Williams with the rebound.
A beautiful block out by Lynetta Williams as well.
Shoots back on the floor with Wilson. Ty Jones, Elena Davis, and Lynetta Williams, the 5 for Memphis. We'll get to the 5 for East Carolina here in just a second. And we got a foul against DaCosta. Sierra DaCosta along with Lashonda Monk. Tanaya Thompson on the floor, along with Maddie Moore and the 5th Pirate, Dominique Clater. Now, Dulce Funka-Mengiadu will check back in, as Lynetta Williams did a nice job for Melissa McFerrin's team.
And DaCosta, she gets a foul call on her right there, but you have to love the aggressiveness she's playing with on the defensive side.
Second Pirates foul in the second quarter. Now under 10 on the shot clock. Wilson, oh, what a great feed, and that's her 4th assist as she finds Dulce Mengiadu. And how did the Pirates defense leave Mengiadu all alone?
I have no idea, but Aria Wilson did a great job of finding her. Just a beautiful pass, and Mengiadu just doing what she does. When she gets her ball on the hands that close to the basket, she's going to hit 90% of those shots.
Monk now 1 of 4 from distance and 3 of 7 overall for the Pirates. Lashonda shoots nearly 36% from 3, and that time it's Clater. She had her hands full with Mengiadu, and you just see the size difference when Memphis has Mengiadu and Elena Davis on the floor at the same time.
And this is where East Carolina is at a disadvantage, and this is where Memphis is at an advantage because they don't have anybody that can deal with Mengiadu down low or Alana Davis. And I see that Memphis head coach Melissa McFerrin, she understands that, and that has to be the game plan. If you're Memphis, it's to throw the ball down on the low post. And if you're East Carolina, you're trying to prevent the ball from getting thrown down to the low post. And the way you do that is to put pressure on those Memphis dribblers and ball handlers. So East Carolina, of course, going to try to do a better job of that.
Madison Griggs checks back in for Memphis. Mengiadu now with 6. So you have Davis and Mengiadu have combined for 14. Memphis owns its largest lead at 7 with 7 minutes to play before halftime. That's Moore. Boy, oh boy, she's got a sweet shot. She is 3 for 3. Make that 3 for 4 for Moore, but man, oh man, she's got a pretty left-handed stroke.
She really does. I mean, she looks really, really good shooting the ball from distance out there. I can't believe the way she's playing right now. I can't believe she hasn't had more great games this year because just the way her jump shot looks.
Good defense there by East Carolina. That's Sienna Josephs, who just checked in, and she got a deflection. They turn it into a turnover. Let's see if they can turn it into points, down by 5. Monk with a pretty dish, and then Mengiadu came over and blocked the shot by Josephs.
That's what you call a rejection. That's what you're trying to buy a house with a 320 credit score. Mengiadu says, nah, it's not going to happen. You're going to get rejected on that every time, man. It was a beautiful look, though.
It really was. Mengiadu double-teamed, and they force a turnover. So good defense there by the Pirates. Good help defense down low.
Extremely good help defense, and that's what we said. You know, they don't have an advantage down low. Their advantage is being active on the defensive side and trying to get some steals. If you can't get the steals, just don't make it easy for the Memphis Tigers. And please don't make it so easy for them to throw the ball in the low post, because once Memphis gets it on the low block, it's pretty much buckets for them.
Line change for Melissa McFerrin as she brings 3 fresh players onto the floor. You got a 3-second call and a turnover by East Carolina.
Yeah, it can't be in the lane too long, Greg. Can't post up out there. I think she was expecting a shot to go up, and it didn't.
Doc, sometimes you like to set up camp in there.
Yeah, you do, man.
If you can get away with it.
If you can get away with it.
Mengiadu, good defense by Moore, who stood her ground. 1 and done for the Tigers. And a steal by Beck. She just took it right out of the hands of Monk. She goes behind the back, throws it up, and The shot doesn't fall, but she'll get 2 free throws out of it. Boy, oh boy, she's a good-looking freshman.
She is a good-looking freshman, and I would expect her to be good on the defensive side because her dad, Corey Beck, he was such a great defensive player for that national championship-winning Arkansas Razorback team. So to see Kariah come out and take it from someone like Monk, who likes to do the taking all the time, it's a bright spot.
And I love the presence of mind to just take it right at him.
Aggressiveness.
Beck hits both her free throws. She now has 4. She shoots 84% from the line. Memphis lead back to 7. Tigers now shooting 45%. Pirates trying to break a 7-game losing streak, and that won't help, although that was deflected. So East Carolina retains possession. 5:03 to go before halftime, and 20 seconds as they recycle the clock on the shot clock. Official comes over to the scorer's table to double check on something, make sure the clock's correct. They originally put 30, now they're going to put 14 up on the shot clock. So 14 for the Pirates. Halfway through the second quarter, alongside Doc Holliday, I'm Greg Gaston. Monk. Offensive rebound and a putback by Sierra DaCosta. That time Memphis did a bad job. Nobody covered DaCosta, who got in there and was able to get the rebound and the putback.
That's one of those when you have to just focus on your man. They're looking at the jump shooter and not boxing out other players, and DaCosta took advantage of that long rebound, hustling to the ball and getting an easy 2. So you have to give DaCosta a lot of credit right there as well.
Great ball movement by Memphis, and Mangiadou gets it to go, plus the foul, as she gets it over Ryan Evans, who commits the personal.
She's a problem. I mean, she's just a problem. I love the body control right here.
Mangiadou doing what she does best, down low and dominating. She'll get a 3-point opportunity when we return. 4:28 remaining before halftime. The Tigers lead it by 7.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
This isn't just a Wi-Fi upgrade. This is X-Fi Complete from Xfinity.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Magenta. I hate.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
This is the best of the best.
Magenta. I hate.
This is the best of the best.
Melbourne, Australia. It's where a teenager can inspire the world.
Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
UFC 258. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
We've had 2 lead changes. 4 times the game has been tied, and it's now Memphis by 7. Melissa McFerrin has a terrific staff, and Michelle Savage, the former head coach at Davidson, also happens to be family for Doc Holliday.
Oh, it's my first cousin, man. It's one of my mom's oldest sister's daughter. So, you know, my mom died in 1985, so anytime I see anybody on my mother's side of the family doing well, like Michelle, well, you know, she was a great basketball player at Northwestern. So, oh, yeah, Michelle, man, my first cousin, man. So I was glad when Melissa hired her a couple of years ago.
Little family reunion here at El Marone Fieldhouse. Dulcie Fonka Mengiadu to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, working on 8 points and 3 rebounds. Memphis has been to the line 8 times already. This will be their 9th free throw. East Carolina, Doc, is yet to be on the free throw line.
Taking a lot of quick shots. They need to be more aggressive on the offensive end and draw some fouls like Memphis is doing.
Memphis now 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. Keep it right here, halftime. We're going to check in on everything else that's happening with the University of Memphis Athletics, including a big win for the men over East Carolina. It's a Pirates-Tigers double dip of sorts today.
And the minute we talk about East Carolina needing to be more aggressive on the offensive end to draw some fouls, they do just that. I mean, they were patient. Tigers coming out in the zone. East Carolina being patient on offense, swinging it around the horn. And the moment they saw a lane, trying to be aggressive and take it and drew a foul. So you like to see them do more of that.
Ariel Wilson back in the game for Memphis. 12 on the shot clock, 4 to play in the second quarter. By the way, East Carolina has already committed 5 fouls, so Memphis shoots the rest of the way. Moore in the lane, gets it to go.
She can play, man. You know, I'm sorry. It's a nice little soft touch. She got it right at the front of the rim, and it softly rolled around the rim and fell in. That lefty shot looks good, man.
And there's a steal by East Carolina. Monk over Wilson off the window, and a quick 4 points there by the Pirates.
Well, they do steal. I mean, they do leave the conference in stealing, especially Lashonda Monk. That's what they do. They try to turn you over, and that's a prime example of them turning it over and getting a turnover and getting an easy 2 points.
6 turnovers now for Memphis. Monk, by the way, now with 9. Lynetta Williams left it short. But what hustle there by Mengiadu to come up with the loose ball. And an offensive foul against Memphis. Taking the charge there was Alexia Rose, so it's a one-possession game all of a sudden, Doc, and the Pirates will have the basketball with 3:03 to play before halftime.
Yeah, Jemiah didn't like Rose all in her space, and Rose wanted to be in her space, and Jemiah pushed off, and East Carolina getting another turnover by causing some frustration on the offensive end.
Even with that brace, which is not as bulky as the old braces when you played, she's moving pretty well, I think.
She is, man, but it still hampers your movement. I don't care, how good technology is right now. Just to have that big, bulky brace, you can't move like you normally would.
And they force another turnover, and that time Ariel Wilson just had trouble. She picked up her dribble and then tried to throw a pass, and miscommunication there, out of bounds off Memphis. So that's 7 turnovers now, and that has been a bugaboo, as we've talked about throughout this broadcast, and you don't want it to rear its ugly head if you're Melissa McFerrin. Tigers leading by 3. They've had a good first half, but those turnovers can be the great equalizer. And we got a jump ball, and it'll be Memphis basketball. So East Carolina turns it over. Even though it was a jump ball situation, they turn it right back to Memphis, don't get a shot off on that possession. Pirates have been to the NCAA tournament twice, 1982, 2007. It's been a while for both these teams. Oh, great feed by Wilson to Kariah Beck.
Wilson is looking. She's seeing. I mean, she's making some great passes. She's being very cognizant on the offensive end, and Kariah Beck making herself available to catch that pass and get an easy bucket down low.
Wilson at 6.8 assists per game, 2nd in the American, 7th in the nation. She's nearly 2-to-1 in her assist-to-turnover ratio, and already has 5 assists in this one as the foul is committed down low by Sienna Josephs.
Well, that's what you want your guard to do, though. You want your guard to kind of facilitate, find the open man, be a good quarterback. And right now, Ariel Wilson being a very good quarterback out there for the Memphis Tigers.
Tanaya Thompson will check back in for East Carolina. She had a hot start, but she's been pretty quiet since. And now Elena Davis to the free throw line, the senior from Augusta, Georgia, who shoots 85% from the charity stripe. Oh, gosh, I jinxed it, didn't I, Doc?
Well, yeah. We talked about the Tigers being the best free throw shooting team in the AAC. Hasn't looked that way so far today.
Elena makes the second. 9 points, 4 rebounds for Elena. Largest lead for Memphis has been 7. It's at 6 right now. Largest for East Carolina, just 2. Both teams have had nice runs. The Pirates a 9-0 run. The Tigers a 7-0 run in this one. Moore just double teamed as soon as she gets the ball. But that left Thompson open, Doc, and she knocks down her second triple. She now has 8.
Wide open look, wide open shot. Tanaya Thompson, that's what you want to see, and that's what you expect your players to do if you want to win a ball game, is to be able to knock down open shots.
Medjiadu falling away, somehow just forced that shot up, and she made it.
She's a problem. She's a problem, Greg. I'm just going to say it again. She has great balance, as I said, great body control, and she's just a great low post player.
Memphis by 5, so we go under a minute, and a 3 there, and that was much needed for East Carolina. Lashonda Monk. So they're going back-to-back on 3s from Thompson and Monk, and it's a 2-point game.
I love Lashonda Monk's toughness, Greg. She just refuses to let this game get out of hand, and she knocks down a huge shot like that, even though she's been kind of struggling from the field so far, but she continues to stay in the game, and we talked about having that heart, and Lashonda Monk has that heart.
Well, Beck tried to force one into Elena Davis, and that was some great defense by Alexia Rose, who got her hand on it and knocked it out of bounds off of Beck or Davis. I'm not sure which one, but either way, East Carolina has the ball with about a 7-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Chance to tie it or go ahead with a long one, but they throw it away. Steal by Griggs, and then Memphis gives it right back. Wow, just a little too aggressive to get down the court.
But it's great anticipation for Madison Griggs right there, but unfortunately she got it and gave it to Elena Davis, who isn't used to being a dribbler out there.
But Davis tries to throw it to Beck, and Correa as a guard has to look up. Under 10. DaCosta now gives it back to Monk. Long 3 by Monk, way off the mark. It goes right back to Moore, and she almost got the tying bucket there right before the buzzer. So a very entertaining first half, Doc, with Memphis claiming a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is great competitive first half. This is what you expect to see, but I expect Memphis' game plan was to go down low to those two, and that's what they've done.
And for East Carolina, it's turn Memphis over, turn their opponent over. They've turned Memphis over 10 times already in this game. And that time, it's Memphis turning over East Carolina. Turnover number 6 for the Pirates. Good ball fake by Medjiadu, left it a little short. And Maddie Moore, coming off an 8-point first half, gets the rebound for East Carolina.
With the Tigers coming out in the first half, going down low to Medjiadu, that's what you expect them to do, because that is where their advantage is.
Moore from the corner and right to Wilson. Wilson 1-on-2 tries to split the defense, and she draws the foul from Lashonda Monk. That'll be her first, and the first team foul by East Carolina here in the third quarter. Ariel Wilson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and Ariel's a 76.5% free throw shooter. Memphis will be shooting right here their 13th free throw, Doc. East Carolina has not gotten to the free throw line in this game.
Just goes to show you how aggressive Memphis is on the offensive end when they get the ball. And on the other end, East Carolina not being as aggressive, because in order to draw fouls, you have to be aggressive and kind of take some chances. But East Carolina being kind of patient. But you would like to see them be more aggressive to get some of those easy free throws.
Open 3 for DaCosta. And Medjiadu with a rebound. Hard-fought rebound, but a rebound nonetheless.
But, yeah, once she gets close to it, she's pretty much going to pull it down.
She's got great hands.
Yeah, she has great hands.
Pirates now 4 of 16 from 3. On the season, they're 27.8%, so they're just a little below their average. Good defense. Clater got her hand out and poked it away. Moore won't fall for Maddie.
She's cooled off a little bit. She started off hot. That lefty, that stroke, but that stroke is coming up kind of short right now.
She didn't need that 10-minute break at halftime.
No, she didn't.
Tigers have won 2 in a row. They've also had, as we talked about earlier, and there's Madison Griggs knocking down her second 3 of the game. She has 8. They just have not played a lot of games, with their last 2 on the schedule, either canceled or postponed. January 27th at SMU was canceled. They have opted out, SMU. February 2nd, their game against UCF was postponed and will have to be rescheduled. So their last game was against Tulsa back on January 23rd. Yet they don't seem to be stale by any stretch of the imagination with their performance so far in this game as they lead the Pirates by 7.
Madison Griggs definitely wasn't stale. I just love that catch and shoot, catch and release. She didn't even waste any time on this last offensive possession for the Tigers. But as good as she played then, as bad as she just played, because she came back and just was reckless with the ball. And Lashonda Monk doing what she does. She takes things, Greg, and she just took that.
And that's the 11th, make that the 12th turnover, Doc, by Memphis. Boy, great save there by DaCosta. So 10 on the shot clock. Monk's going to have to do something here, and she's going to launch. Tough rebound and a putback by Thompson, but she's unable to knock it down. Point-blank range right there for Tanaya, and it goes astray.
That was good hustle by Tanaya, but on the other end, Madison Griggs should have put a body on it. She didn't. She got caught looking at the ball, and Tanaya took advantage of it. Got an offensive rebound, got a good look, so that's one of those possessions that East Carolina left 2 points on the board, but Tanaya Thompson did a good job of even giving her team a chance.
Boy, Mengiadu has the complete arsenal. She can score inside, she can drive to the hole, and she can hit jumpers as well. And we have a timeout on the floor early by the Pirates as all of a sudden Memphis has a 9-point lead. So they've now got their largest lead here in quarter number 3. 6:44 to play in quarter 3. It's Memphis by 9.
Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars. They just ended them with...
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
This isn't just a Wi-Fi upgrade. This is X-Fi Complete from Xfinity.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Are the color cartridges in your printer ready for another school year?
What's cyan mean?
It means cyan. Magenta. I hate.
This is the best of the best.
The comfort of home. It means a lot. Right now, reach.
Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
$7-0 run for Memphis to start the third quarter. They now own their largest lead at 9. The game started out with a 7-0 run for Memphis, and boy, it's a good sign for Madison Griggs and for Memphis to watch her knock down some threes.
No doubt about it. Madison with the catch and release, just shooting the ball in rhythm. Ariel Wilson finding her wide open, and Madison getting some of their confidence back. As you say, 3 for 4 from the field right now. I mean, she's really, really stroking the ball real well tonight.
Yeah, just 29.3% from 3 coming in, 24 of 82, and as you said, Doc, 3 of 4 from the field. That's going to also help her confidence. Memphis in that zone defense. Good ball movement by the Pirates. Monk had an open 3. unable to knock it down, but a second chance opportunity here for the Pirates.
But I still love the way East Carolina is being aggressive. They're going after all missed shots and all missed balls. So this is how you stay into this ball game, staying into the ball game and giving yourself second and third opportunities.
Tie up between Davis and Thompson. It'll be Memphis basketball. Well, that's a great point, Doc, because total rebounds, Memphis is out rebounding East Carolina 23-19, but offensive rebounds, it's 8-6 Pirates.
You want to give yourself second and third chances on the offensive end if you can. And another unforced turnover for the Tigers right there. East Carolina getting turnovers when not even really not trying to get turnovers. So when you're a good defensive team, sometimes those things happen for you.
13 turnovers now for Memphis. Is there something in the water with the men's team and the women's team? Because a lot of the turnovers that they both commit are unforced.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a lack of focus, a lack of attention, but you have to always stay engaged. That's why a lot of turnovers happen. You're just not really engaged and focused in the ball game.
Good double team right there by Memphis. And then a foul by the Tigers. That'll go against Kariah Beck. That'll be the first against Memphis here in the third quarter. East Carolina has also committed one. Pirates trying to end a 7-game losing streak. Memphis trying to extend their winning streak to 3. Thompson. 4 for 20. The Pirates from 3. Oh, Beck got a great feed from Wilson. Wilson's vision is just unbelievable, but give Kariah Beck credit. She went right to the hole. She saw nobody was defending her, put up her hand, and got paid off for it. 8 points now for Beck.
She finished it. She finished it off. Area setting her up, giving her a great pass, and Kariah finishing off that great pass.
8 assists now for Ariel Wilson. Largest lead for Memphis, it's 11. Offensive rebound, more second chance opportunity for the Pirates. They need a bucket a bad way.
Trying to get something going in this third quarter. Don't want this ball game to get out of hand.
Monk needed that one. Lashonda's third triple and the first points of the third quarter for East Carolina. That cuts the Memphis lead to 8.
It's almost like Lashonda was like, Doc, I hear you. Don't worry about that. I'm not about to let this ball game get out of hand.
15 now for Monk, preseason All-AAC first team. And Memphis turns it over for a 14th time. So a great start to the third quarter for the Tigers. Came out with a 9-0 run, but a Lashonda Monk 3 and a turnover means East Carolina has the ball down 8 when we return. 4:31 remaining in the third quarter. Monk says, I got you for 3.
This isn't just a Wi-Fi upgrade. This is X-Fi Complete from Xfinity.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Wendy's didn't start the chicken wars. They just ended them with...
See that Honda badge?
Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
Got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Magenta. I hate.
Melbourne, Australia. It's where a teenager can inspire the world.
This is the best of the best.
This is a color laser printer, and this is the color toner cartridge. It's so expensive.
Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on. Remember that runner's high? It feels like getting more energy with every step.
This is the best of the best.
play in quarter number 3. Memphis by 8 as you check out the mighty sound of the South, having a good time tonight here at El Marone Fieldhouse. And Doc, when you look at these numbers and the offensive woes from both these teams this year, the struggle with the three-point line is a big reason. In this day and age of basketball, as you know, you really have to knock down the three at a pretty good rate to have a lot of success.
You really do. The Tigers nor the Pirates shooting very well from three-point range coming into this ball game. And ECU, the same today. They're only shooting 23%, 5 of 21 from three-point range. But on the other side, the Tigers are shooting 66% from behind the three-point arc, but they've only taken 3. So if you can knock down the three-point shot, it doesn't take a math science, a math major to know that you increase your chances of winning. You also increase your chances of winning by getting buckets like that. I mean, that was a beautiful drive by Alexia Rose.
Yeah, only averages a couple of points, and she's able to knock down the baseline drive, as you mentioned. Memphis will retain possession. 5 seconds to get it over the half-court stripe. And Davis will make the inbound. So East Carolina's going to ratchet up the pressure. Try to force more turnovers. They've already forced 14. And Beck traveled. Instead of continuing to dribble across the stripe, she picked up the ball and she took that extra step. Her pivot foot moved, and they do get that turnover.
Because of the movement and the action of East Carolina on defense, Beck got the ball, really didn't know what she wanted to do, if she wanted to dribble or if she wanted to pass it. So she tried to dribble and pass at the same time, but unfortunately she stopped dribbling.
Sometimes you forget Beck's only a freshman.
You do.
So a 2-possession game. Good ball movement by the Pirates. And a good strip by Jamira Schutz, playing in her first game of the season. Wilson, no. Davis, though, cleans up the mess.
You love to see Ariel Wilson being aggressive right there, but Elena Davis, she already going to give you some problems in the low post, and if you don't put a body on her, you really don't stand any chance at all.
Second chance for the Pirates. If I'm Ariel, I claimed I was just trying to put one off the backboard to Davis.
Give her
get another assist.
Yeah, give her I know, huh?
I wasn't trying to shoot.
Not the Globetrotters, man. No one's going to buy that.
I thought Elena was dunking on that one. I was throwing it off the window to her. Ty Jones will check back in. She's had a quiet game. She'll replace the freshman Kariah Beck. Gets a high five from her coach, Melissa McFerrin. Monk. And that should give Mengia due. No, it'll be her 9th rebound, so she's a rebound away from a double-double. And then an offensive foul called against Schutz.
Schutz and Tanaya exchanging some words out there as well, and that's just feet being tangled up. I mean, I like Tanaya and her aggressiveness right there, but that was just 2 feet getting, 2 players' feet getting tangled. So I think East Carolina kind of got away with one right there.
Offensive foul counts as the turnover. That's 16 now against Memphis. 8-point lead for the Tigers. Good ball movement again by the Pirates. And there's a 3 that goes down. That's Alexia Rose, and she's given Kim McNeil a bit of a lift here in this third quarter. She has 5, and it's a 5-point game.
She has, and when the Tigers have gone to a zone, and when the defense goes to a zone, that's exactly what you want to do on the offensive side of the ball. You want to get it up there, and East Carolina comes up with another steal. They've picked up the pressure like you expected them to do, Greg, and now they've got back into this ball game.
Boy, that would have been big for East Carolina if Monk could have knocked that down and out of bounds off the Pirates. 5-finger discount there by Lashonda. Monk just went over and stole it.
She takes things. And I don't even think she's taking a breath. I don't think she's come out of the game so far today.
Boy, she's a fun player. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Nobody guards Mengiadu down at the other end, and an easy 2 for Dulce.
I have no idea how you miss Mengiadu.
14 now for Dulce. Her and Davis have combined for 25 of the Tigers' points, and then Ty Jones is pushed from behind by Tiara Chambers. That'll be the second team foul against the Pirates here in quarter number 3. Memphis has committed 3 fouls in this quarter.
Tiara Chambers probably was wondering. She's at 6'3", so wondering how Ty Jones, being so small at 5'10", get in front of her to get that rebound.
And Monk, a little too aggressive, trying to get another steal. And she fouls Wilson. Dominique Clater, the grad student, will check back in for East Carolina, one of their starters. Under 2 to play here in quarter number 3. Alongside Doc Holliday and Greg Gaston. So glad you could be with us. Spending a part of your Saturday evening with us. And Memphis turns it over again. 18 turnovers. And then East Carolina gives it right back on an offensive foul. What a job by Ariel Wilson, who does so much of the dirty work for Memphis.
Yeah, it is. Ariel Wilson getting down, getting set, getting in position, getting right outside of that little, that foul area right under the goal. So just a very smart, heady play by Ariel Wilson. And hustle back, cut off the ball handler, get in front of her, and draw a charge.
A little bit of impatience, I believe, as well for East Carolina on the last few possessions. The quick 3 by Monk, that offensive foul. They've turned over Memphis, but they need to take advantage of it. Points off turnovers, East Carolina does have 11 to Memphis is 7, but they need more. And that time they're going to call a kick. They're going to say Wilson put her leg out and kicked Dominique Clater.
Well, but to even get to that situation right there, Dominique Clater came up with a great steal. The Tigers turning the ball over again. But not only that, it's really East Carolina being aggressive, as we said, on defense and just really taking possessions. And Dominique Clater coming up with a huge steal, getting on the other end and getting a questionable call. But she made that happen by coming up with that steal and being aggressive on the defensive side.
By the way, how good is it to hear fans booing? Whether they're booing, whether they're applauding, just to have fans at arenas here in Memphis and in a lot of places across the country.
Just to have that atmosphere. Having that atmosphere is always good, man, to go along with the band. So it is good to hear some fans in the stands.
Each team with 4 fouls, so the next one puts the teams in the bonus. Of course, whoever commits that foul. Minute to play in quarter 3. DaCosta. And Memphis unable to corral the loose ball, goes out of bounds, and East Carolina will get 20 seconds on the shot clock as we go under a minute to play. And Tanaya Thompson will check back in. She has 8 points, including a couple of threes. And we got a hold on Lynetta Williams. So that's 5. And that'll put East Carolina on the free throw line. Well, you hate to see that if you're Melissa McFerrin, just a hold.
You do, but if you're East Carolina, you love to see the way Evans made a hard, aggressive cut to the basket and kind of caught Lynetta Williams off guard. She didn't expect her to move so quickly, and when she did, all she could do in her mind is to hold her, and that's what she did. But Evans missing the first free throw, you're just leaving points on the floor.
Doc, the first 2 free throws of the game for East Carolina. That is unreal. Memphis has been to the free throw line 13 times, but as you said, they're unable to connect on either one.
Well, if I was an East Carolina fan, I would probably wonder why it take us till the end of the third quarter to shoot our first 2 free throws, regardless of what anybody says was going on. So
a lot of that is shooting threes. They're 6 of 26 from 3. So Memphis turns it over for a 19th time. They average 20 and a half, and East Carolina trying to take advantage of it. Final minute in quarter 3. Offensive rebound and a foul will be called on Wilson. So an aggressive rebound by Dominique Clater. One of the 4 grad students on this roster for Kim McNeil's team.
Greg, I love to see Ariel Wilson down low trying to get a rebound, but she had no chance against Dominique Clater right there. She's just too big and too strong for her and just snatched that ball away from Ariel.
Clater able to roll in the first. Wilson does average 4 rebounds a game. That's just aggressiveness, getting some of those long missed threes. But you're right, going up against one of the stronger players on East Carolina, that was a mismatch.
No doubt about it.
So Pirates now 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 6-point Memphis lead. Shoots at it, taken away. That's a couple of times now that's happened for Jamira Shoots, who's trying to get her legs under her. It's certainly tough coming back from basically a year of inactivity, rehabbing, and then starting to get back, working out and practicing with the team.
It is, but at the same time, that was a great defensive play by Clater.
Was.
She put herself in great position to cause the turnover.
21 turnovers is crazy, but Memphis has a 6-point lead. Pirates now will milk it down to try to get the final shot of the third quarter, and airmailing the three was Rose. But it went out of bounds off Memphis, so 4.4 ticks. Quickly, Kim McNeil will bring in Lashonda Monk. So see if this is a play set for Monk off maybe a screen or two. DaCosta with the inbounds. It is Monk. Long three over Jones, and she rattles it in rather. How about that? How about that intelligent move by the veteran coach Kim McNeil to bring in Monk, cold right off the bench.
Of the Lake is. I'm sorry. He's going to be mad you treating this lady like that. Man.
Temple got a nice win at Wichita State, and Temple has really been hit by the COVID-19 virus. They have had to shut down that program a couple of times. It's been a challenge for Aaron McKee and Temple. So here we go, fourth quarter. This game very much in the balance. DaCosta, she's had a tough day. Second chance opportunity, though. Clater with her first bucket. And East Carolina pulls to within a point.
Clater's really been playing hard. She has been refusing to let East Carolina lose this ball game, just like Lashonda Monk. And those are your two best players, and your two best players are playing extremely well right now. So it's really no surprise that East Carolina is only down by 1 point. They've cut into their lead significantly.
Kariah Beck will check in for Ty Jones. The turnovers, again, a big issue for Memphis. They're clinging now to a 1-point lead. They had the lead up to 9 at one point, but they've committed 22 turnovers, averaging 20.5 on the season. 15 points off the turnovers now for East Carolina. A 15-7 advantage. Open three. Boy, oh boy. Sierra DaCosta can't buy one today. She is now 1 for 9 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3. And East Carolina had a golden opportunity to reclaim the lead. Their largest lead was 2 points. They've only led for a minute and a half in this game and have a chance to steal one here in Memphis and end a 7-game losing streak. Another steal. Clater just took it out of the hands of Elena Davis.
That's her fourth steal. I mean, she's second in the AAC behind her teammate Lashonda Monk in steals per game. And Clater, I just love the way she's been playing right now. And as I talk about it, she comes right on the other end, goes down low, and gives East Carolina the lead, Greg.
Boy, she shielded the defender, got a great entry pass and knocked it in. You can see the momentum has turned in this game, Doc. East Carolina very lively, jumping up and down, being very aggressive as Tanaya Thompson checks back in. Memphis a bit frustrated, and I can guarantee you those turnovers are taking its toll mentally on this team. Can they find their game again? Because they've played too well to come out of here with an L. Davis. Rose the rebound. Thompson in traffic gets the bounce. And East Carolina now has a 3-point lead. 10 now for Thompson. They're going to call a foul, and they get Monk. That'll be her third personal foul.
But you have to really salute East Carolina the way they've continued to play hard and dominate Clater. She's really been the one to jump off this run for East Carolina because she continues to come out there. She's playing with energy. She's playing tough on the offense and the defensive ends. She's really one of the main reasons to go with Lashonda Monk. The East Carolina has a 3-point lead.
Absolutely, Doc. Great feed from Wilson to Mengiadu, and she got hit hard, and she'll shoot 2. They say that was in the act. Let's hope that Dulcie is okay.
Great look by Ariel, but that's one of those rib shots, kind of take your breath out of you a little bit. She needed time to recover. She's good.
Ryan Evans committing the personal foul, and Maddie Moore is going to check in for Evans for East Carolina. So Memphis have been cold after that 9-0 run to start the third quarter, and Dulcie unable to knock down the first. Now 2 of 4 from the line for Dulcie. who shoots 67% from the free throw line. Perfect on that attempt. Dulcie, another double-double, her 7th of the season, 15 points to go along with 10 rebounds. 2-point game here at El Marone Fieldhouse. Monk threw it low for Clater. That bounce pass can't be at her ankle.
No, it can't, and I don't think Dominique was expecting the bounce pass. I think she was expecting the chest pass, kind of caught her off guard when Lashonda did put it on the floor like that.
Pirates look like they're playing with 6 players. They're all over the place.
Aggressiveness, and they're confident right now. They're seeing how close they are to ending this 7-game losing streak, so I expect them to play even harder this last 7.5 minutes of the game.
10 on the shot clock. Mengiadou in the lane, and a floater goes for Dulcie on another assist from Ariel Wilson.
She has a real soft touch. She has a real soft touch when she shoots that basketball.
Memphis has tied the game up at 50. The ball movement by East Carolina has been spectacular in the second half. They just haven't knocked down a ton of shots, and Monk is off the mark there. Are they going to get Monk? They are. Doc, that's 4 now on Lashonda Monk. And Lashonda Monk, who just went over 1,200 career points, leads the conference in steals. And check this out, leads the team in scoring, in threes, in assists, in steals, in free throw percentage. She is extremely important for this team. And now she has to head to the bench with 4 fouls.
And sometimes you got to know what situation that you're in, and actually who you're going up with. And as we talk about, the East Carolina comes up with another steal. The Tigers turning it over again.
Down at the other end, offensive rebound and then a foul. Thompson was able to get down the court in position, and that's why Mengiadou came over the back, because she couldn't race her down the court. They just used their speed, and that's what East Carolina does.
That's what you have to do when you're undersized. They've done a good job of that. They've done a good job of turning the Tigers over, because Memphis is a bigger team than the Pirates, and the Pirates just, as we said, they're just being extremely aggressive, and now they're playing with a different level of confidence because they see they are this close to winning this ball game, and they have a great opportunity to winning this ball game. So their confidence has definitely elevated.
Maybe there's a reason East Carolina didn't get to the free throw line. They don't want to be on the line. They're 1 for 5, now 2 for 6. And they reclaim the lead at 51-50. Memphis turns the ball over on an average 5 more times than their opponent. Today, 15. They are also shooting 54%, which is why they're tied. Because all those turnovers, if you struggled from the field, you have no chance. East Carolina just 32%, Doc, yet they're down only 1. Griggs misses that one.
It's because the energy that they're playing with. They're just playing with a lot of toughness. They just refuse to lose. They refuse to let this game get away from them. And here they are with a 1-point lead with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, I misspoke. East Carolina with the 1-point lead. Timeout called by Kim McNeil. She didn't like what was being orchestrated by her team. And with 15 seconds on the shot clock, she calls the timeout. 6:03 to play in the fourth quarter. East Carolina up 51-50. We'll take a break as they have a timeout on the field, or on the court, I should say, at El Marone Fieldhouse. The Pirates coming back strong. They trailed it by 9, but their aggressiveness has paid off, and they lead it by 1.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
This is a color laser printer, and this is the color toner cartridge. It's so expensive.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on.
I've got no energy.
You need to get out and run or something. Come on. Come on, remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on, remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on, remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
Magenta. I hate.
This is the best of the best.
Come on, remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step. Come on, remember that runner's high. It feels like getting more energy with every step.
UFC 258. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
It appears we're going down to the wire here at El Marone Fieldhouse. 5, make that 6:03 to play, and East Carolina leads it by 1. As we take a look at the American Conference standings for the women, top heavy with South Florida, the cream of the crop, 14th ranked nationally at 7-0. And then you see UCF, Tulane, Houston, and Temple, all with 7 wins. Memphis and East Carolina, they are battling towards the bottom, but not the bottom. And obviously you're trying to get in position for the conference tournament. For the men, Houston, the leader at 10-2. But a just shocking loss to East Carolina in Greenville the other day. The Memphis Tigers right there in position. They still have 2 games to play with Houston, 1 more on the road at Wichita State. 3 on the shot clock. Thompson's going to have to hoist it. She doesn't. I'm not sure if they beat the shot clock there. And it is a shot clock violation. So coming out of the timeout, even though a play was drawn up by Kim McNeil, they're unable to get the shot off in time.
But even with that, even if she would have gotten it off, I still have to look at the position Sierra DeCosta was in. She was in front of Williams. She could have easily got the offensive rebound, so the Tigers still have to do a better job of blocking out on the defensive side, on the defensive end.
Wow, they call Ariel Wilson for a hook, I believe, or a push-off. That's her 3rd personal foul, and that'll be the 2nd team foul against Memphis here in the 4th quarter. Pirates have 3. Free throws could become pivotal in the final moments of this game. Monk and Evans with 4, the only players in trouble right now with the fouls. Thompson. And Lynetta Williams back in the game, gets a rebound. Memphis out rebounding the Pirates 34-29. Memphis out rebounds their opponents by 5, so they're just about at average. Griggs, good ball fake. Unable to knock it down.
That's what East Carolina wants you to do, though. They want you to take a long 3-pointer, so if you miss, they get a long rebound and can get out. She tried to take advantage of be real quick and get some cheap points, but the Tigers did a good job of getting back on defense.
Who's going to step up? Both teams getting cold, and Maddie Moore will draw the foul from Kariah Beck, and she will go to the free throw line. East Carolina's missed its last 5 shots from the field. They've gone 2-0-3 without scoring, and Memphis hasn't scored in 2:45 as Elena Davis will check back in for Lynetta Williams. So here comes Maddie Moore, who's 69.6% from the charity stripe this season. And she knocks down the first. Moore with 9 points, 5 rebounds for East Carolina. And now in double digits with 10. Ty Jones checks back in for Memphis. So a couple of nice free throws there from Maddie Moore, who's had a strong game.
And East Carolina did a good job of recognizing. You got Maddie Moore, you had, Kariah Beck on it. You got a size advantage, so they did a good job of getting the ball to Maddie, and anything Beck could do was foul her.
Mangiadu, point blank, she missed it. Great ball fake, and Dulce unable to knock it down, and here comes East Carolina with the ball. Up 3. It's still a 1-possession game. It's the largest lead for the Pirates. East Carolina's led just under 5 minutes in this game. Memphis nearly 26 minutes. And a strong take by Clater. She's come alive in the second half, now has 7 on both ends.
That's just beautiful recognition by Clater. Everybody just, like the Red Sea parted, she took advantage of the lane. No one there to defend her. And the good thing about it, East Carolina has gotten this lead, and guess who's been on the bench for the last couple of minutes?
That's right. They're able to rest Monk, and also with those 4 fouls, The question will be, when does Kim McNeil bring her into the game, as Memphis is just having trouble with easy passes. They're getting double teamed and they're trying to go over the defenders, and that's why they've committed 25 turnovers. There's the parting of the Red Sea, as you said.
Parting of the Red Sea. Clayton, I mean, she's really played really well. She's been one of the main reasons East Carolina has a 5-point lead. Not only what Lashonda Monk has been doing, but just Clayton. She's 3 of 5 from the field, so she's been really efficient. She's taking good shots. She hasn't forced anything, but it's been her activity on the other side of being so aggressive on defense.
Again, the turnover margin is bad enough at -5, but they are -16 in this game, yet they're still within striking distance, down 55-50. The problem is Memphis has only scored 3 points here in the fourth quarter. They've been outscored 11-3.
It's kind of hard to beat anybody when you're turning the ball over like that. I don't care who you are. I don't care if they come in with a 15-game losing streak, but we have to give East Carolina some credit for some of that too as well now.
No question. That was terrific defense by Clater, who tied up Ty Jones, but Memphis retains possession. 4 seconds, though. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to go inside to Davis and knocked away. East Carolina knew exactly what they were going to do, and it's understandable what they were going to do, and that was just good defense by the Pirates, and then a frustration foul from Dulcie Mangiadu. So 4 team fouls now for Memphis, 3 for East Carolina with 3.5 to play.
Now, we talk about Memphis being frustrated, but it's a reason why they are frustrated. East Carolina has made them frustrated because they've kept their pressure on. They have not made this easy, even when the Tigers got a nice little lead on them. East Carolina has always and continued to play with some confidence, and you see that confidence paying off.
9 on the shot clock. Moore for 3 from the top of the key. That's a big one there, Doc.
That's that stroke we saw from Maddie Moore earlier in the game, and he comes up and she knocks down a 3-pointer at the top of the key at a huge time. And not only that, she's continuing to play tough on the defensive end of the floor. So to Maddie Moore, that's almost like a backbreaker.
And Memphis will call for a timeout with 2:55 to play. We'll keep it right here. I always like to say in the fourth quarter in case you have overtime, but right now it's starting to look a little scary for Memphis, down by 8.
I mean, that's just giving her the ball in rhythm, and that left-handed 3-point shot that was so pure and so nice we saw in the first half. She started off the second half, fourth quarter, not knocking it down, but Maddie Moore coming up big right there. Now East Carolina with this 8-point lead with 3 minutes left, and I have to say it again, Greg, Lashonda Monk is on the bench, man.
East Carolina upcoming schedule. They'll take on South Florida, the Beasts of the American, at Temple, at Houston. It's not easy. Wichita State and Cincinnati in the rematch with Memphis on February 27th. For the Tigers, Cincinnati on Wednesday. We'll have that game for you right back here on ESPN Plus. Doc and myself at Houston at Wichita State, then Temple and Tulane, and again East Carolina on February 27th. Lena Davis with the inbounds. 24 on the shot clock, 2:55 on the game clock. Memphis down 8. Wilson has 10 assists. She needs a few more here if Memphis is to win this game, but instead, Davis and Griggs not on the same page as they turn it over again. It is a broken record with these turnovers.
Just a lack of focus right there. East Carolina wasn't even applying a lot of pressure right there. The Tigers just being careless with the basketball, and you're being careless at a point right now when you're down 8 and the game is almost over. That's a key turnover that I'm pretty sure Melissa McFerrin did not want to see.
27 turnovers for Memphis, 9 for East Carolina, and an offensive rebound. They have had 17 offensive rebounds to the Tigers' 8. That's just maybe wanting it more.
That's desire. They've played with desire the entire game, and Claytor with a beautiful look right there to Rose, and Rose making a beautiful cut, and East Carolina playing some extremely good basketball right now, and the Tigers are totally discombobulated.
And again, the hustle there by Clater back at the other end. She deflected it off of Kariah Beck's fingertips and out of bounds for yet another turnover. It's unbelievable, as you said. They don't even have Lashonda Monk back in the game. They really don't need her right now the way they've played.
She won't be coming back in the game, Greg. I mean, she's their best player, but East Carolina has been able to get a lead and keep a lead and extend the lead, a 10-point lead with their best player on the bench. Stick with the players who've been out there who've gotten you this far so far.
30-second timeout called by the Pirates. 1:41 to go in the game. We'll keep it right here. Our last timeout that we went away from our viewers, we were talking about, well, who's the player of the game, and depending on which team wins, and right now it looks pretty ominous for Memphis. And we said, well, no question's got to be Monk, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, Maddie Moore, I think, has been terrific. She doesn't have the points that Monk has, who has 18, but 13 points. She has been absolutely terrific. We'll take a look here at the men's schedule coming up. The Tigers will finish up a 4-game homestand on Thursday against Cincinnati. Then that's the game I talked about earlier. Houston, number 5 right now, but they're going to drop after that loss to East Carolina at Wichita State, Temple, and Tulane. For Memphis to get into the conversation for an at-large, you really have to win that game at Houston, and you can't afford really to lose to anybody that's below you in the standings, just to have a chance. So that's an important road trip for Memphis, Houston, and Wichita State. They're 1-2 in the conference.
Yeah, they are. Look who's back in the game, Greg. Lashonda Monk. Coach McNeil is like, I'm not hearing anything you're saying. And
yeah, the heck with you, Doc. I'm bringing her in. She's my best player. I'm bringing her in.
And Lashonda's like, no, Coach, I'm going back in the ball game.
In the meantime, Memphis trying to get a steal. I think it may have been Wilson from behind, called for the foul, and now they're over the limit. And Rose, who has given Kim McNeil's team a big lift, comes into the game, or goes to the free throw line, I should say, and misses the first one. But Rose has had 8 points in this game. Make that 7 points. Average is only 2.2 points a game, so that's 8 now for Rose.
And the thing about it, she isn't hitting a lot of shots, but just her activity and being always in the right place, that's what she's seen to be in this second half. And there's East Carolina again with continuing with more pressure and got kind of lucky. The Tigers got kind of lucky by getting the foul call, but Rose and the Pirates are not letting up at all.
And that time it's Rose called for the personal. Minute 26 to go. And all of a sudden you look at the Tigers are down 11. Had a 9-point lead at one juncture of this game. It's been a 10-0 run for the Pirates over the last 5 minutes and change. And the Tigers, Doc, have not scored in nearly 6 minutes as Melissa McFerrin takes a 30-second timeout. The scoring drought is 5:46. And they've had 5 turnovers over that 5:46.
And you have to give East Carolina a lot of credit. It's the reason why the Tigers are on the scoring drought. It's the reason why they've had that many turnovers in the past couple of minutes, because East Carolina, not only have they been playing aggressive and with a lot of activity on defense, with their hands moving and their feet constantly moving, getting into passing lanes, hitting the offensive glass, hitting the defensive glass. They've just made it hard for Memphis, and then in turn, the Tigers, even when they have gotten open shots and open looks and open passes, they kind of turn it over or they miss it because they become frustrated, and East Carolina has made them frustrated.
Pirates won 4 in a row between December 9th and December 22nd. They have a non-conference win at Virginia, which is impressive. But now they come in to this game riding a 7-game losing streak. It's been a season of streaks, I guess you can say, for the Pirates. Out of bounds off East Carolina. 19 on the shot clock. Last year they swept the Tigers. As I said earlier, they won in Memphis for the first time in 9 games. They had lost 8 straight at El Marone. Now they're trying to make it 2 straight wins. Memphis has to get going here. Wilson for 3. Not close. Mengiadu cleans it up. Oh, it comes out. Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable to watch Mengiadu miss 2 point-blank shots.
That's just the way this fourth quarter has gone for the Memphis Tigers, and that's just the way this fourth quarter has gone for East Carolina. A lot of times when you're playing hard and you're playing with desire and you're playing with a lot of confidence, you create bad things that happen for the other squads because you're never expecting Mengiadu to miss 2 point-blank shots. That happened, but East Carolina got everything going for them right now. Even the other rim is playing defense.
Exactly. Dulcie with 17 and 13, as I mentioned earlier, her 7th double-double, but this fourth quarter for Memphis, 3 points. They've been outscored 17-3. And Clater now goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. 57.5 seconds. This one's pretty much academic. And the 2-game winning streak will be snapped for the Tigers, and the 7-game losing streak will be snapped for East Carolina. Clater's been really strong in the second half for East Carolina. We talked about the contributions of Alexia Rose. Maddie Moore's had a great game. Clater goes 1 for 2.
One thing I liked about it, Greg, even though they came into this ball game on a 7-game losing streak, they didn't look or feel or act like they were on a 7-game losing streak even before the game.
Mangiadou with the offensive rebound and the putback, but unfortunately too little too late. Yeah, that's a good point, Doc. I think you're absolutely right. And then Maddie Moore down at the other end, cherry picking a bit, gets the easy 2.
It's a good win for East Carolina.
Real good win. East Carolina, Doc, will improve to 6-10, 4-7 in the conference. Meanwhile, the Tigers will fall to 4-8 overall, 2-5 in American play.
And that's the thing about it. It's a great win for East Carolina, a good win simply for the fact that you're snapping a 7-game losing streak. But it really isn't a bad loss for the Memphis Tigers because they come in, they were 7th in the conference, and East Carolina is right there at 8th. But you can say it's a bad loss for the Tigers because they really kind of had control of this ball game for most of the ball game and just kind of lost it here in the fourth quarter. So that is what you would want to say it's a bad loss for the Tigers,
absolutely,
but a great win for East Carolina.
Another foul. Absolutely, Doc. It's because they were in control. It's been a 14-3 run for East Carolina. They've outscored Memphis in the fourth quarter 20-6. It's one thing if they struggled early and they've played hard and East Carolina's controlled, but they haven't. Give the Pirates, as you said a couple times now, an awful lot of credit, but this is one Memphis is going to regret not winning.
Oh, yeah. When you watch film study, when you watch the film, and it's a lot of letdown. There's a lot of bright spots, but there's a lot of bad spots as well. And have to say it again, just give East Carolina a lot of credit. They came in here, they didn't come in here playing like a team that was on a 7-game losing streak. They came in just watching them walk into the El Marone Fieldhouse. They looked like they were expecting to win this ball game, and that's exactly what's happening.
Rose with 9, Beck misses the 3, and then a quick foul by Elena Davis. 3-point shooting in this game. East Carolina shoots only 23%, but they made 8. Memphis was 29%. They were 2 of 7. So they outscored them by 18 points at the 3-point line. And that's been a big part of the difference in this game. The other part is that, obviously, the biggest reason is the 28 turnovers. But the offensive rebounds that East Carolina has produced, 17, the smaller team, against the bigger Memphis team, 17-11 offensive board.
Hustle and desire is what we talked about, hustle and desire, because Memphis is the bigger squad. So not only has they been hitting the glass, and we know how good East Carolina is with the steals. I mean, they've stolen a lot of passes. They just came in here and played a good game. Tigers
missed about a half a dozen shots at the rim in this second half, and you could see that they were plumb tuckered out. Elena Davis on that last exchange right there, just unable to knock it down. We saw a little bit